Hello and welcome to a day in my life as a fourth year in college. My name is Michaela McGregor and I'm at the University of Chicago for literally only 2 more weeks at this point at the time of editing. But I will say I filmed this mid-April. It's kind of embarrassing how long that I sat on this footage for without touching it. I just have been so busy with everything concluding the end of the school year, so I'm only now getting to it. Good morning, it is 6:28 a.m. I'm not completely done getting ready, but I'm logging into work right now. I've just gotten a new job teaching students English, which I've already been doing for a while as a volunteer, but I'm now doing it through a new platform where I'm getting paid to do it. So I'm just going to review the lesson really quickly, the lesson plan that the students submitted for me, and then I'm going to get to work. This morning I'm going to be catching up with my cousins. I'm going to quickly head to the dining hall, then I'm going to come back here in time so that we can catch up for a little bit before class. I'm reading Babel right now by R.F. Kuang, and I've read another novel by this author. I absolutely loved it. This novel so far, it's not capturing my attention very much yet, but I'm also not very far in, and considering it's a really long book, I'm assuming it's just, taking its time, gathering its momentum. They had rye bread this morning, which I'm always excited about when they have it because it's my favorite. Okay, before I call my cousin, I quickly have time to go through my planner and figure out what I'm doing today. I guess the important things are class, obviously. I've got a French oral exam this morning at 10:30, so I'm going to do some studying for that too this morning, just to do last minute review, I guess. I have a club meeting tonight. So it's really not that bad of a day. I have a lot to do, but it's not as crazy of a day. It's a really beautiful day, a beautiful morning. It's currently in the low 50s, but it's supposed to reach about 66 today, so kind of perfect. Anything above 70 I feel like is too warm. But the leaves have burst into bloom. You can see everything is so green, and it's that really nice spring green too, so it's very beautiful today. And a lot of the trees have these little flowers on them too, which is very nice. I am on my way to French, and I'm going to get there a little bit early, so I'll have some time to do some studying beforehand. Class doesn't start for about another 30 minutes. It's funny looking back at this footage because campus already looks so different. In these shots, it looks like spring, but now in real life, it's currently May 20th as I record this. It looks like full-blown summer. But anyway, I went to my French class at 9:30. I had time to practice for my oral midterm beforehand, so that's why you can see my mouth moving in the time lapse talking to myself. It's because I'm practicing for the oral. I've actually got my final oral tomorrow. It's just crazy how fast this quarter has flown by, and especially because it's my last quarter ever, and I already miss my classes so much looking back at this. Anyway, we had class, which usually just consists of going through the slides, going through the textbook, and answering questions, and then I went to my oral exam. Thank you. Thank you. I am now done my midterm, and it was so stressful because the whole time it's a shared office, so while I was having my conversation with the professor, there was another French professor just sitting in there on her laptop, so it was very stressful. But it was only 15 minutes, so it didn't last very long. And now I'm in the practice rooms to do a little bit of violin, and then I'm going to study, and then I'm going to lunch, then I'll study some more. It just feels really good to have that midterm out of the way. The University of Chicago has 2 sets of practice rooms on campus that are open to students. The nicer ones are technically located south of the Midway in the Logan Arts Center, but then there's also these older practice rooms in Goodspeed Hall, which is right on campus towards Harper Memorial Library. It's not really convenient if you want to be near Bartlett and the Reg and the north end of campus, but at least they offer the practice rooms, which I need to use because my residence hall doesn't have any practice rooms, so whenever I practice, I walk there. And then after practicing violin, it was a really beautiful day, so I went and studied French outside on a bench. So I'm finally going to finish up and turn in my midterm for one of my classes, and basically the midterm was 3 questions that we had to answer. We were given 5 and we got to choose 3 of them, and they all kind of are about the readings, like what is your position on this? So-and-so asserts that this happens, do you agree or disagree? That kind of thing. And for each question we have to write 2 to 3 pages at 1.5 spacing. I don't know why it's not just like 4 to 5 pages on double spacing, but anyway, I've just finished up the first draft and now I need to go through, revise, edit, change quotes. So I'm going to do that, and that's going to probably be a lot of my afternoon. I'm definitely very nervous for this grade because I don't think it's my best work, but I also don't really know what I can do to change it. So I'm just going to probably make it as good as I can and hope for the best. I just filmed a video for YouTube. It'll definitely be up by the time that this vlog is up. It's for my law school decision reactions. I apologize in advance, it's really awkward. But now I am working on French. So I just did a quiz and I did some like practice drills before that. And now I am doing a mini essay. We have the 4 mini essays. They're always really fun prompts, at least. Imagine that your francophone pen pal will be coming to spend a month with you. In order to help them have a sense of the people whom they'll meet during their visit, write them an email and describe at least one of your friends. How long you've known them, how you met them, how often you get together, what types of things you do or have done together, when you last saw, called them, how close you are, etc. Second paragraph, ask your pen pal at least 3 things about their friends. So it's all about friendship. It's been an hour and I finally just finished the first draft of my French mini essay, which is ridiculous that it takes an hour to write 2 paragraphs. I can't wait until I'm more fluent. I've finished that, so now I have more French homework and I'm going to start on my oral comprehension, for example.
Un de mes amis, Teju, il était dans mon programme. Et donc j'ai vu cet homme.
That one has really nice clear audio, which is nice, but sometimes they're less clear, they're super fuzzy, which can be very annoying.
Comment tu l'as rencontré?
Elle était avec des amis à elle, et puis moi j'étais avec un ami et moi.
Sometimes it is the clearest audio and I still cannot hear it. So there are 2 things aside from rock climbing and swimming that they did for a week. And I got that they shared meals, but for the life of me, I cannot hear. I hear we lived together for a week, we did something, we rock climbed, we swam, and we shared meals.
Et on a vécu pendant une semaine à faire ensemble de l'escalade, à nager, à partager. On les croise et cette semaine à faire ensemble de l'escalade, à peine.
Oh, I was being stupid. Live together is literally one of the options, so I do have it. As great as the dining halls are at UChicago, I know a lot of people don't like them, but I don't mind them that much. And as great as they are, I'm really looking forward to being able to do my own cooking this next year instead of always going to the dining hall. And as you can see, it looked like good desserts, but there's been a lot of flies ever since we started having warm weather. So you can see them flying around the desserts, which really, they're just not appetizing. So I don't really go for those when there's flies on them, but I got my food. I think I had tofu and something else, and then continued reading Babel. I'm headed to the library until Feminist Forum now, so I can hopefully finish up some work and also a video that I'm editing. It's 9 p.m. so I've been back in my room for a while now, and I just finished up editing most of the video. I want to upload it tomorrow, but I have to work tomorrow morning from 6:30 till 8 a.m. and I have classes all day tomorrow. I'll try to squeeze it in, don't know if it's gonna happen, but now I'm going to force myself, force sounds like it has a very negative connotation. I'm going to convince myself to write for half an hour. My goal this April is to write for 1,500 words a day. I've already failed this goal, but I still try to reach it as best as I can. So I'll show in a second what I've gotten this month for word counts each day. But I'm going to just work on this for a little bit, see how much I can get done. I don't think it's gonna be very much, but then I might finish the day after that by drawing. This is just my thesis, actually, by the way. I've turned in my thesis, but I'm still working on it. I'm up to 46,164 words. Hopefully I can at least get up to 47,000 words by the end of this evening. So yeah, here's kind of my thing. As you can see, I literally screwed up the second day. I did not get 1,500 words. Wow, my hands are shaking very much right now. And then there are some days where I just got, oh my gosh, and my laptop screen is so dirty. I am so sorry. There are several days where I had just 0 words altogether. The past 3 days I've gotten it, but we'll see about today. Today I'm definitely not going to get it. Fun fact, I did not reach 1,500 words, not even close to what I wanted, but I've hit kind of a block now and I just know no other words are coming. So in the meantime, I'm going to draw instead. Okay, so this is really, really odd to admit, but a few years ago I started reading this fan fiction author named Ruth Balding, who wrote these really fantastic stories set in the High Republic era, like kind of the prequels to the prequels, about Obi-Wan Kenobi and Qui-Gon Jinn. And I've started rereading the stories. Like, I don't remember what happens in them. They're so good. Oh my gosh. Long story short, I'm drawing a picture from Star Wars. It sounds even worse coming out of my mouth. So it is 9:30 p.m. and I'm going to continue drawing this picture. It's so bad. Oh my gosh, I'm continuing to draw that. It's really shameful. You can definitely judge me for this. I will not mind. I should be judged for this. I'll put it into a time lapse now while I do some drawing. Alright, I've finished drawing. It's past 10 p.m. and now I'm going to shower so that I can come back into my room and read some more of that author I was just mentioning before bed. These days, I mean like literally the past few days, I have been trying to go to bed before 11 p.m. because I've been working, because I have to start work at 6:30. So I'm going to end this now so that I have time to read as well as get to bed on time. So good night and thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your week.